So a lot of people who are against generative AI also really, really despise going to events that advertise using generative AI because it kind of tells you that no matter what you say, they're going to be using it, and it's kind of it's disrespecting you as an artist even if they approach you. And I found an artist that was approached by a festival using generative AI, and I just kind of wanted to go over it because it shows a level of unprofessionalism when hosting these events when you use AI. It just goes back to the type of people who are using AI are the type of people who generally are just trying to profit off of the people around them. So let's get to it. So it starts here with Deathhead's Divination. I don't really know what to refer to them as. It says Kara, so I'm going to call them Kara for now. So they tend to make physical work and physical paintings. They do digital as well, but as you can see here, they have a lot of lovely things on their page. If you want, go give them a follow. So there is an expo called Anomalies to Apparitions. That's in August, and this person says, hey, I'm a huge fan of your work, and I'm having an event in August, and was wondering if you would be interested in vending for the event. Here is the info for the event. It's $75 for a 10 by 10 spot and $90 for an end cap and an extra $10 for electric hookup. Limited availability. Deadline to pay is August 1st. Let me know if you're interested. Thanks. Now, this was perfectly polite. We can't even talk poorly about this person. This was just a nice little reach out. And this person's reply, Kara's reply was, hey, I really appreciate the offer, but I already have 2 expo dates scheduled in August, including these. Furthermore, I am trying my best to avoid working with events that use AI flyers while profiting off of artists that are struggling for work. It is antithetical to my efforts and morals and puts me at risk for not working with art expos that have a strict anti-AI policy and vet their artists properly. Again, I'm very appreciative for the offer, but I would highly reconsider using generative AI when trying to promote working artists. It makes us feel like our work can easily be replaced and is incredibly disrespectful. Now, to me, that reads as 2 very respectful people talking back and forth to one another. Oh, and if these type of topics interest you, feel free to subscribe to my channel and go over and support me on Patreon because it supports the channel. Now, anyway, I feel that this conversation, just these 2 little back and forths, were really professional. They just said what they said. I feel like at that point there was no reason to either reply back to the person, Kara. There was no reason to respond back to Kara, or if you were going to, you could have just said thanks and then that's it. But we all know, because people who use AI get super offended when you tell them, hey, I don't want to be around you because you use AI. We're definitely going to have a problem, right? And so the person responds, I apologize you feel that way. It's not meant to be disrespectful. Obviously, I'm a fan of your work and other artists' work. That's why I'm reaching out. It's just a mock-up poster. It isn't advertised yet because I am waiting on my graphic designer to finish the actual flyer. Oh my God. You know what it is? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to wait till I'm done. I wanted to show those I'm reaching out to what it's about with something other than just words. And Kara responds, I understand that, but Canva also exists with pre-made templates just as easily. Unfortunately, I can see by scrolling through your page that all of your events uses generative AI. So I'm not very confident you are actually working with a graphic designer. And this is the cap. When you see somebody who is just using generative AI in the capacity that some of these businesses and events and such tend to do, they tend to lie because they want to make other people around them feel more comfortable. And at that point, the most professional thing you could have done was say, oh, I apologize for doing that. I'm sorry, you have a good day. And that's it. That should have been it. But instead, they wanted to push the envelope and be rude and be nasty, because I feel this is nasty because they're lying already. And there's no reason to lie. Like, you could have said, well, the professional one, you could have said, well, for now, I'm going to use this, and then later I'm going to make my own. But the thing is that the proof is in the pudding. So it's like, if you showed that literally every single one of your assets is generated by ChatGPT 2, then, well, I'm sorry that your favorite artist is shitting on you. They're shitting on you because you're doing something that you probably shouldn't have been doing in the first place. Sorry. Not sorry. And while we're here, why don't we just look at this person's page? So this is clearly generated by ChatGPT. And the thing is this is not even difficult to make. Like, you could probably make this in Canva. There is they're using a font that it's not like it's a custom font. They could probably find a font that looks like this. This is just a stroke. You could find little assets like these. This box is nothing new. Like, this is nothing new. Same with this. I'm sure you could find you don't really need this up here or this down here. That's just what you wanted. Oh my god. New products, and they're all just like literally AI shit. How about this? This is actually Alice down the rabbit hole. You know what? I would more say that you're actually plagiarizing American McGee's Alice, technically, because that's what this exactly looks like. It even has the same cap, bro. Even has the same cap. Let's see what else. What else is under plagiarism? Oh, there's another one here. Bro, just learn Photoshop, dude. Like, just learn Photoshop. And you know what sucks? I hate all of the new, like, every time ChatGPT comes out with another, like, AI generator where it can have, what's it called? Where it can have, like, text. The text looks really good, but they've somehow backstepped into the images, right? Because, like, all of the images that I see here they're so artifacted. Did you guys notice that? Like, all of that's how I can even tell if it's ChatGPT 2. It looks like it got, like, someone took a little marker and then was just making little marks. Like, you know when someone does the color picker, and when they're tracing over AI and they use the color picker and they drop on it, it looks like that now. All of the AI images look like that now. I mean, for ChatGPT they do. So let's see. Yeah, look, you could tell this is I'm sure probably one of these are. Oh, this is definitely, this guy been doing it a minute. This is too on the coffee. Oh my god, they're always just trying to make some shit, right? So the guy responds, I use Canva a lot, and no, most of mine aren't AI. Respectfully, they are. That's what Kara says. I'm an artist who paints with my hands and digitally. I recognize the style very easily. And then they sends more here. And of course, like, there was no way that he was going to stop arguing, or like whoever this person was going to stop arguing with Kara, because they already were, they decided to step into the sauce and be completely unprofessional. And I mean, I'm only calling it out because it's out there, you know? Like, if this is how you treat the artists that you approach, how are you treating people who actually apply to your program, you know? So his response is, so you mean to tell me that those font and writing can only exist through AI? The one is a banner I had gotten airbrushed. And Kara goes, please don't play with me. I'm not stupid, I'm a professional. And they also showed, like, the Witch's Brew thing. And the person says, the Witch's Brew is a product from someone else I'm selling, so their artwork has nothing to do with me. And there it is, right there. I do not believe that this person sent them this. You know what? Let's go back and look, actually. My god, does this site's fucking ugly, bro. Ugly as shit. God damn. All of it's terrible. And it's stealing from Alice McGee's shit. And look at this. It's actually plagiarizing Disney as well. Let's see. Where's the Witch's Brew thing that he's selling, bro? Okay, so he's got this coffee magic shit. It doesn't even say who he's selling it for. Who is he selling for? Oh my god, this is AI as well. Backy Troost. Right? Is this a real place? Okay, so it says the Clarity Room, Peacemaker Coffee Co. Let's see if he's lying. I'm gonna look it up more. So from what I'm gathering, when I look at this website, right? Sorry, I don't know what this is. Backy Troost. I can't even. Crafted with care and charged with intention, our ritual coffee transforms your daily cup into a mindful ritual. Sip with purpose. Breathe deeply and let your manifestations unfold. Cocoa powder and raisin. But when you scroll down here, the Clarity Room, it says this, and this is this website. Okay, so this is the place, but they also use AI. So, but some of it's not AI. Like this one is not AI. This is AI. The advertising are AI. Oh god, that is too. So, okay, this is what I think. I think that you can buy wholesale, and he bought wholesale whichever coffees he wanted to, and he can resell them on his store. And what he did was he made his own version of whatever it is that they're selling. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm not seeing, that's what I really think. And he made an AI version of it, and he's probably selling it, and it's just probably some cheap bags that he purchased, because there's no way in fucking hell that they look like that. It's just a product that he's trying to sell as edgy product. There's no fucking way. You're gonna have to prove to me that this, oh my god, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. You guys just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, so let's go back to the discussion. And it says, the Witch's Brew is a product from someone else I am selling, so their artwork has nothing to do with me. I don't really believe that. You're gonna have to prove to me. You're gonna have to show receipts. Twisted Bazaar. So you didn't vet that they were using AI either. And Twisted replies, "You act like Photoshop doesn't exist." And Kara says, "Yes, I know how to use Photoshop because, again, a professional. Generative AI, whether it is available on a different art programs or not, is still very recognizable." And of course, we're going to have this person complaining in a way that AI bros like to complain, because they're not engaging with the problem. They're trying to talk about other things. And it's always like that. Like just earlier today, I was on Threads and someone was like, "Oh, you must love your exploitative labor phone or some shit." Like it was real stupid. And I was like, that is not even the same thing. It feels like a lot of AI bros and people who support AI can't engage with the problem. Like you can say, you know what, I am using a thing that exploits other people, and I accept that. Like I know that, my computer, I know that my car, I know that my phone is made from child labor. I know that. I'm going to accept that. I know that. I know that. Taking on the responsibility and saying, yes, I know this. And it's not that I don't care. It's that I need this thing. Okay. So instead of engaging in the way that says, well, enjoy your child labor phone. It's okay. Well, then you're just an AI slopper. Okay. That's what you are. Just accept that's who you are now. Okay. That's who you are. Anyway, if you worried about what you do wrong as much as others, this world would be a much better place. But grilling someone over something you don't know because you weren't there is insane to me. And Kira says, we don't have to have this conversation. Instead of you doubling down, you could just say, hey, let's agree to disagree and not work together. And of course, that was the most professional stance to have. I mean, the first one was to not reply at all. That would have been even better, because now you look stupid as fuck. So of course, Twisted is a petty bitch and replies with a screenshot of their work. And Kira replies with, I am so excited to see what you say about my hand-painted work. And their reply, whatever. The Oddities and Curiosity Festival uses AI for theirs. And Kira goes, nope, the artist is Woody Troback. It's vector art. And you work with them. Oh my god, can you just imagine being this fucking stupid and really trying to defend your use of AI by going through someone's page and then trying to locate all of the things that could possibly be, and this is actually probably why Kira takes so much care, because now Kira can literally go, hey, you know what, you use AI and I am not interested in your venue because I don't want to be seen with AI generated venues. And he literally did kind of what they fear was, which was go to her page, go look to see if there's any AI, and then try to start shit. It's rude. Rude as fuck, bro. Rude as fuck. And oh my god, it's so silly. It's so silly. And they go, and you work with them, which is what? A computer, right? Which is what? Artificial intelligence. If you're so against AI, why use any form of social media? It's all AI. And Kara goes, nope, vector art is drawn, but mine isn't somehow, which is very less complex than writing. Go look at a list of fonts. Yes, because I can easily recognize AI art. Again, don't play this game with me. Let's be done with this conversation. And of course, this motherfucker is not going to let it go because he's a crazy person, or she's a crazy person, or they're a crazy person. Either way, they're fucking crazy. I didn't get on here to argue, of course, but you did, though. I just don't see your point. You just said it's a struggling artist. Oh my God, I can't even understand what you're saying here. I'm trying to help get your work out there, and you're turning it into all of this over a mock poster. And Carr replies, yes, because it devalues my work to work with someone who devalues me. Okay, guys, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think what's going to happen is he's going to be totally, or she's going to be, or they're going to be totally understanding? Or is this person going to be a complete asshole? What do you think? I think their next reply is going to be because, well, you're an artist who needs work, right? I don't know why you're trying to turn down money. I'll just use AI anyway. I think that's what he's going to say. So let's go back. Let's go back and find out. Oh my God. How? When I would be giving you a platform to see your work, if anything, you're devaluing me and what I have to offer. I've never said anything negative or out of the way about you or your work or your brand, even if it was or wasn't great. Bro, you literally openly said that you loved Carr's work before that was your first message, bro. You can't just take a step back and say that it was or wasn't great. You're a piece of shit. You're literally a piece of shit. They always, you know what it is? I'll wait. You know what? I'll wait until I go to my tangent. Carr replies, art markets and expos have a duty to provide value. Artists pay into the risk of assessing that value. If you are not offering something valuable to me, I am not obligating to take on that risk. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. When people, ever since the dawn of AI images, this has caused people to feel that they are entitled to be rude, entitled to artwork, entitled to literally everything. They feel entitled. And it's really disgusting to me when they can't just step back, and what they choose to attack you first on is they want to attack your artwork first, even if they were a fan of you. Or they want to take your artwork and put it in AI and then generate it. I actually saw a message somewhere where someone was like, I was sending AI generated versions of my OC to artists and I couldn't get artwork because they didn't want to work with me. So I stole their artwork and I started using their styles to make my characters. Disrespectful. You know what? I'm just going to say it again. I feel like this probably comes from some kind of misogynist point of view, patriarchal. I don't even like saying those words, but it just feels so like steamrolling over people and expecting things. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you have to do this because I told you to, kind of shit. And they always want to turn back to, oh, well, I was going to help you, but no, I'm not going to help you in your shitty art. Why would you even say that? You literally messaged Kara and you said what you said. You said that you really loved their work. And suddenly you don't because Kara called you out using AI for your flyers and doesn't want to be like seen with you. I'm sorry that hurt you, but you chose to use AI for your flyer. Oopsie doodles. But that's the end of the conversation with that person. You know, it is very, Kara was very respectful and very professional in my mind, but I want to see what's in Kara's comment section. Let's go to their comment section. Okay. Wow. So they claim not to use AI and then basically admitted to using AI, but they actually don't know the difference between computers programming AI and generative art. Cringe. Also, you guys need to subscribe to me. Do it or else. Anyway, it's my birthday month, okay? God, it's a birthday present for me. Anyway, amazing how he demonstrated that he doesn't understand art, AI, words, rejection, politeness, the world, or anything at all. Come on, I'm giving you the opportunity. Yes, the opportunity to ruin my artistic reputation. I didn't get on here to, oh my God, someone else called it out too. They 100% got on there to argue and defend their use of AI. Not realizing that Photoshop and whatever the fuck you sorcerers use for vectors is categorically different than Gen AI. Is causing me physical pain. Like, even if you use Photoshop, which I do, you don't have to use like generative AI functions. It's a choice. Aside from their general AI use, their responses are incredibly unprofessional. They could have just go, okay, I understand, and been done with it. But if you're gonna lie, know what you're talking about. And there's this one here. This clown can't even write his own captions. Let's see what it says. Oh no, the emojis are there. It says, this badger skull altar has serpent lines curling around the Yggdrasil roots. Grandma's family tree, but more dramatic. Pop it on the shelf and enjoy the slow descent from small talk to full-on ritual. No assembly required. Just very pointed dinner invitations. Ready to shop? Check the link out in our bro. Oh, look. So not only do you use Gen AI for your flyers, but you use it to write your captions. People are realizing that there is a way that AI talks. This is a good one. Even though it's probably ChatGPT as well. Or it could not be, I don't know. It probably is though. Yeah, it is down here. Your flyer looks like garbage. Anytime you use a flyer that looks like this, most of your audience is shaking their head in disbelief. They also compare you to the other event they used the same prompt. Lineup: DJ Cornball, Migrating Ice, ID, a cow, Bunny and the... Oh, I can't even say... Rodrodon. Yep. Special appearance from local legend named Steve. Looks lazy. Disgustingly original. You think it looks good because you're inexperienced. Yeah, oh my god, yes. $26 for a can of soup. Ain't nobody reading all that garbage. The all computers. The all computers are AI is such a weird take. It's so silly. It's so silly. So silly. Oh, this person has an interesting comment. Genuine question: with someone with limited knowledge or no knowledge in the art field, how can you easily tell it's generative AI? I only ask because I spent a ton of time in college defending my writing to teachers who were convinced it was AI due to the shitty AI detectors that they're coming out with at the time. I never used it and have had convos very similar with professors with them saying that they 1,000% sure that they used AI, and I had to go sit in front of them and write a different paper to prove it. So Kara says, oof, I also have a degree in journalism, but way before AI in writing was prevalent. I hear so many people who are genuinely writing having an issue with this. I think it's just a lazy part on the professors, because I imagine that they are starting with AI detectors before actually reading the piece, and if they would take the time to get to know the student, they would know how the person writing naturally. As for generative AI in art spaces, there's been more obvious mistakes that are slowly getting unlearned, like bad or inconsistent textures, missing or extra fingers, bad spelling, or sort of fractured pieces that a graphic designer would triple check to avoid. But also the flyers have a very specific texture, font, smushing of so much information in them that they are usually very overstimulating and blotchy. Graphic design should be clean lines and solid colors. I did also want to say on the thing about AI writing, so I've seen online before that with AI writing, if you are neurodivergent, you can come up as AI written because of the patterns associated with how you write versus a neurotypical person. My cousin, who has autism, she got flagged even though she has never used AI for anything. She's incredibly smart. She got flagged for using AI in one of her papers, and she had to go and she had to do another paper, or I don't know exactly what happened, but I know there was a little bit of backlash, but she didn't get in too much trouble for it. But the fact that she even had to deal with that is really bad. But what I'm going to do is next week I'm going to try to show you guys the difference between types of AI writing, because I feel that it's very, very important. So look forward to that. And if you guys want to see another example of an AI bro taking it too hard and then trying to prove that they didn't use AI, we got this artist here who streamed evidence for me in the middle of the night just to show me that he didn't use AI, and he proved that he did. All right. I wanted to thank you guys for coming. Please subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.